Yo, it's Saturday. No word from Retro Collectibles about an unboxing or live hangout like promised or Saturdays. I guess his word is about as solid as a motherfucking soup sandwich.
And your word is about as solid as your wife. Have some faith. Retro wouldn't bail on us on a Saturday, either a good video or a live.
Excuse me, son. It looks to me like we have a car to unbox. And this looks like one we haven't screwed with too much yet on the Retro Collectibles channel. While we unboxed all the other Vanishing Point cars, we kind of ignored this dirty guy by ERTL. The dirty version. We had it in the video with all the Vanishing Point cars, but as Willy Dewitt pointed out last night during his visit, we haven't done this guy yet. So you guys know what that means. Lucy, you have some unboxing to do. And you know we're gonna get the regular ERTL Vanishing Point out for some glamour shots and some comparisons and you know what else. You know how she rolls here. It's Saturday, guys. KRAK! Look at that, guys. The box looks great. You could still see the ribs on the box. That is in great shape. We know the value of these movie cars is going up. I wish I knew. Oh, I'm feeling weird, guys. A little bit drowsy. I'm tired. Wish we knew the backstory on this car, though. What's the story? Vanishing Point. What's the deal? Oh.
Name? Kowalski. Occupation, driver. Transporting a supercharged Dodge Challenger from Denver to San Francisco. Background, Medal of Honor in Vietnam. Former stock and bike racer. Former cop, dishonorably discharged. Now he uses speed to get himself up, to get himself gone. Everybody's after Kowalski.
Because you think we're queers.
For one reason or another.
What the? Before we unbox, Retro is very lucky. His friend Amber from high school, she was in some of his high school classes, believe it or not, lives here in Hamilton. And I see her quite regularly. And she hooked me up. She bought a camcorder and she bought some other stuff for her business and used it like for half a second. And before I was going to buy a camcorder and stuff, she said, hold on, and hooked me up with it. And boy, does it work good. I can transfer footage right over Wi-Fi. It's awesome. She gave me this guy. It's got 32 gigs of internal storage plus a 32 gig card. This light here, guys, 72 LED lights in it. Plus we got the ring lights, but that is bright and you can control the brightness of it. Camera's a couple years old, but it's barely used. It works awesome in good light. In a little bit darker shots, I'm going to use the iPhone here that we're shooting on now. But in good light, that thing works great. And she also gave us a brand new webcam, brand new in the box for our lives. So hopefully this one will be better resolution than the one that came with the laptop, and I think it will be. While I get set up to unbox the dirty Vanishing Point, guys, I'll show you some footage, some test footage that I shot with the new camera. No shaky. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this thing, guys. Wow. Also give us this killer tripod that either goes short for tabletop or tall, and either the camera or the light can go on top of that. That LED light, I can attach it to that and just have it on the pole. I'm loving this stuff. Wow. Like, I know the camera's a couple years older, but I'm pretty impressed with what it can do. The footage looks good. Like I said, in light, it shoots 1080p, which is what I shoot in with the iPhone. But when it's not good light, when it's a little bit dark, overcast, whatever, iPhone time.
Guys, where's Retro? I would bet his entire Ontario work check that he's taking a hot shower instead of out here cracking out with it. Since you all know that he collects Ontario works while he has a job.
Dude, thankfully everyone is too smart to believe that nonsense. Take a hike so we can get to unboxing.
Since we're doing the dirty version of the ERTL, American Muscle, we got out the clean version. And when I say clean, that is clean. That's the one that I got from Giuliano as a gift. But we're going to crack into it. We've also done in the past before, we've done the, I believe, the regular green light Vanishing Point, and also the, was it the Highway 61?
It was the Highway 61.
Guys, enough of listening to his horse crap. Let's get into this unboxing. I have a funny story to tell you guys, if I could remember to tell it to you guys. It happened, something that happened years ago that I just randomly remembered. Something hilarious. I'll tell you guys about it at the end as long as I don't forget. But I was chuckling about it all day. So, Vanishing Point. Obviously, they made two different movies. They made the original and then they made the remake that I believe was in 1997. The one with the... Hold on a sec. I had to look at the other one, but apparently the one with the white molded mirror, and yeah, looking at the back of the box. So... if you want to go by movie accuracy, guys, which I'm not going to do with this, that white molded mirror on the side would mean it's from the 1997 remake. Because as you can see here, there's actually, I don't even have to look it up. It makes it easy. But the original movie, the mirrors on the side were chrome. So technically, if you're thinking like that, this would be the made-for-TV movie with Viggo Mortensen. So I will read you what it says on the back. I'm also going to put links up, if I could remember, to the other unboxing we did not long ago of the Highway 61 Vanishing Point. 1970 Dodge Challenger RT. It's that point between the sky and the next moment, the vanishing point. Fall in and be surrounded by irresistible forces. Get lifted to new heights by the rush of wind over your face and the song of raw power at your beck and call. The anti-hero film that first captured a generation of young moviegoers in 1971 was remembered for its cinematic use of shifting time, colorful characters, and for the car that took its lead character and the audience on a wild journey to nowhere. 15 hours to cover the 1,500 miles from Denver to San Francisco. Relive the rush of one wild ride with this replica of the car that starred in one of Hollywood's best remembered car movies, Vanishing Point. Here is Kowalski's 1970 Dodge Challenger RT in all of its 390 horsepower glory. This was no trumped up show car gussied up for lights and cameras, but was delivered to the set completely stock. Not to worry, as the leading man and film crew quickly discovered, the mighty Mopar used in the production made all the power needed to perform when the director called action. Remember the car, relive the memory, follow the road to the very end, to the vanishing point. And guys, these are ERTL American Muscle movie cars. While they might not be exactly movie accurate, some of them, you know, Auto World silver screen machines, Smokes a lot of them. These are going up in value. If you can get them in this kind of shape, with the box in this kind of shape, they're going up nicely in value. I've seen Bullet going up, the Charger and the Mustang, like just the original, because I think it's because they're the original ERTLs, and they're long out of production. Like this is, I'm gonna say 2002. Oh, I got it right, 2002, and I didn't even see it at that point. I thought I was gonna be a year off. But this is from 2002, so 23 years old. And this box is excellent, guys. To new collectors, keep the box good, keep that plastic good, keep everything good that you can. Sometimes the plastic will get a dimple in it. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you get it, it's got a dimple in it. Sometimes it's just the way it's made. Just be very careful. Now, I'm gonna admit, guys, I like the weathering that ERTL did over Greenlight a little bit. Greenlight kind of, like when I looked at the A-Team van and stuff, it looked like they just sprayed kind of clear coat. I like this look a lot better. Of course, keep the backboard, guys, and if it's in good shape like this, where the original tape is holding it onto the base, keep it like that. So we will take this guy off. We got little stubby. It's the good old ERTL 2 Phillips. Very seldom do we have to change our bit. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah, this looks good. Like it, the weathering on it, I'm looking at it before I'm gonna unbox it, and I'm thinking, wow, that's filthy from sitting in the basement. And then I'm like, no, it's not from sitting in the basement. It's dirty Vanishing Point, the dirty Challenger. And I will say this, guys, while I'm doing this, I apologize if the content is slipping a little bit, like if I'm not pumping it out quite as much. What I suspected, my blood results came back. My platelets are low again. They're not dangerously low where I should be in the hospital. They're at 70,000. But regular people have between 150 and 250,000. Mine are sitting at 70. It's causing me to be tired and sleep a lot, and it's causing major mental fog. But not to the point it was before, thank goodness. So I'm waiting to hear from the hematologist because I don't want to wait till I'm sick to start treating it. Like I want to, you know, if it was up to me, I would be already taking the steroids again, but I got to wait to hear back from them. But if the content slows down a little bit, guys, forgive me, just because I'm so exhausted. They did a good job weathering that, guys. Really good. I think, anyway, my opinion. I think they did, like I said, the Greenlight weathering, when I had a close-up look at it on a couple different ones. I think one was the A-Team van. I was not impressed. Now, one thing that I wasn't crazy about how they did this is they made the wheels, the tires on these Challengers, it looks a little bit big. But you know what? If you use your imagination, Giuliano mentioned a good point. He said, well, the one in the movie, the tires weren't too small either. And we talked about it and said, they're basically off-roading in it a lot in the movie, so maybe they used tires that were a little bit oversized, if you want to overthink the tires on this. But we also see newer Challengers where they had this casting, but they had the tires a wee bit smaller. So now, Highway 61 Challenger is beautiful. It's got the beautiful hood hinges. Under the hood's detailed out the wazoo. And the way it sits and everything, the grill, it's just gorgeous, guys. But it's not cheap. This is one here that I have the clean version. I'm okay to keep it. It's nice enough that I don't feel like I need to upgrade it. So let's have a good look around. I'll stop babbling here. Any number or anything on the bottom? No number or anything on the bottom, but they even weathered the bottom. Okay. Pretty standard. Yeah, the weathering on the green light stuff, unless it was just the early green light stuff and they improved it, but didn't look nearly as, like even the inside of the door looks like it's all dusty. Of course, guys, on the older ERTL movie cars, the trunks don't open. The Highway 61 trunk does. But that one, guys, is not cheap, like I said. And it doesn't say Vanishing Point anywhere on the box either. But the car's plate is the right plate. It's the Colorado plate. Now, these are not plumbed and wired engines, guys. But they still do the trick. Takes good pictures, and of course we're going to take some awesome pictures with the new light setup, and we're going to show this guy off with the clean Vanishing Point. There's that plate. Those square exhaust tips, I remember seeing those in the movie. So original OG ERTL, guys. But we already knew that. American Muscle and Joyride is ERTL. Somebody tried to correct me on a post a week or two ago that I said ERTL, I can't remember what it was. ERTL, was it Starsky and Hutch, or was it the Ecto one? It was something that was an ERTL Joyride movie car, and somebody corrected me. It's not ERTL, it's Joyride. I said, ERTL is Joyride. One last look. Okay, let's go get this up on the bright lights of that look-see set and have a look at this. And we'll get to the Vanishing Point. Just a real good up-close look at that weathering, guys. Damn. Like, they even put little speckles around the car and like, they just made it look more realistic than how Greenlight did it. And I'm sorry, Greenlight, I love you too. But back in the day, their weathering beat yours. I'm sorry. That's okay though. You beat them on a lot of stuff. You got opening trunks on a lot of your stuff. Time for KRAK, guys. We're not going to do that yet. We saved the best for last. But we are going to come all the way over here. Like I said, my favorite part about this car, guys, the dirty one, is the way they weathered it. Like, even the inside looks a little bit. Got that dusty look. Not too shabby. Trying to get you guys a really good look at it. All the way around to the Canadian side. See, it's got some details, guys, but it's not super detailed. If you're buying this, you're buying it for more the, well, because it's the Vanishing Point car. I've got to rephrase that, guys, because I love the car and I'm making it sound bad. It's just not the most detailed one out there. It's still awesome. Not the best engine bay, but also not the worst engine bay. There we go. Trying to hold the light and get it in there. But even under there is weathered a bit. If you're going for the Vanishing Point car with the weathered look, they got that weathered look right. And there's the clean version. Exact same. Except not weathered, but you could see the good job they did on it. Take some cool glamour shots, both of them together. See, if I had space, guys, I would get the movie cars in their clean and dirty version. But since I don't have space, I choose to pick the movie car in their cleanest, best looking form. Like this guy here. You can see under the hoods, identical. Except one clean, one dirty. I know most of us know the difference between the dirty and clean versions and all that, but that's for people that are just starting out that might not know. They might think that there's something else different with it besides just the appearance.
Okay, Retro, you know I ask on every episode of the Retro Collectibles KRAK show, but can we please see some glamour shots of these beautiful cars?
No. We decided to cut out one of the coolest parts of the show. Forget it, there's no more glamour shots. Just kidding. You know what time it is. It's time for court. It's already up in the docket here, guys. Time to come down with the hammer and see what's good. First things first, if you have not seen either Vanishing Point, I suggest you see it. Start with the classic and then watch the 97 version. Unfortunately, the first one I seen was the 97 version, the made-for-TV one. Look at that, even the dirt on the inside of the car. I like how they did that. They made it look all dusty. See the Challenger on the dash? Never seen that before. But yeah, the detailing is average, but it's the way the car sits and looks. They blend good in your movie car collection. And like I said, ERTL really killed it with the weathering process. I love my clean one though. If I have a choice between the dirty and the clean, I pick the clean movie car every time. I like it to be in its best form, I guess you could say. Takes a nice picture, doesn't it? Oh, here we go, guys. Boom! What a difference, guys. Yesterday, blowing cold, eh? Snow everywhere. I'll take it. That cold was really starting to get to me. Our friend Willy Dewitt was supposed to come down and help us do this unboxing today. He's from out of town. He's staying with his girlfriend, but he said that we're expecting a big storm or something, 4 feet of snow, but then I step outside, it's 10 degrees out there. So I don't know, Willy Dewitt. I wouldn't believe the weather forecast so much nowadays. Half the time it's BS. Just my luck, he ignores it and then gets snowed in here, eh? Well, there you have it, guys. ERTL American Muscle Vanishing Point dirty version from 2003. Like I said, guys, these older movie ones by American Muscle ERTL, like they made all kinds of them. They made American Graffiti, they made Bullet. They're starting to go up in value nicely. by natural appreciation because they've been out of the stores for years. Like this is from 2003. So a lot of these are starting to appreciate, some more than others. A mint Vanishing Point bullet a year ago, I could get it for 75 bucks in the box. And now you're not going to get it for under like $150 from what I see. That's one that's went up. The bullet charger, the original ERTL bullet charger. That's another one that's appreciated. There's one that I'm not thinking about that has appreciated nice as well. Not bullets. Oh, the Joyride Christine, like the original one. That one has went up nicely. There's actually one on Marketplace right now that's in the box. Lady says make an offer. And it's the original Joyride Christine. But yeah, these older movie ones, guys, they are appreciating it nicely. So if you can get it for a reasonable price and the box is in good shape, always get the box when you can, okay? I'll buy the loose cars because I'm a displayer guy. I display them and I get what I can afford, but always get the box when you can. And the box condition, get the best condition that you possibly can for the box. And yeah, you take care of it, display it for a few years. You could, one thing I suggest, if you're gonna display it in the box and want to keep the box nice, they have acrylic. Well, I'll show you guys. For the guys that haven't seen them yet anyway. You know the acrylics that we get from Hobby Lobby, okay? They make them big enough that you could fit some cars with the box. I think that's a big 1 of 12 scale one. Because you could see that's a 1 of 18 car in that one there, and that's the same size. Yeah, that's a 1 of 12 scale because the one beside it's 1 of 18 scale. So yeah, there's a way to protect the entire box now as well, guys. Give you an example. Not long ago, my friend Max got a bullet charger, an OG ERTL bullet charger, real nice condition. Like almost, it looked like it was almost gradable. That's how nice the box and everything was. If I bought something like that, right into the acrylic, I'd probably de-strap it, gentle as I could, and right into the acrylic. But I'd be on the fence to break the seal to de-strap it even, because sometimes, well, straps cause damage. I don't like breaking the seal if I don't have to, but here, I'll show you evidence of strap damage. See, that's the Shining Stars. One of the, Glenn has the entire set. 2 cars out of the set had strap damage. See the strap? Either the chrome reacted or the plastic, but either way, we don't know how it's caused, but it leaves marks. Plastic's made of a lot of different chemicals and it reacts weird over time and things break down. And it could be the paint reacting with the plastic. It could be the plastic reacting. We don't know yet. Plastic's weird stuff. I am planning to do a video though, getting that fixed. Apparently you use a 3-stage polish like Mother's car polish, and you can usually buff those out if they're not too bad. And from a couple guys, what they told me, that's a not too bad one. So I'm going to make a video before too long fixing that, showing how to fix strap damage. Funny story, but before the funny story, you guys want to see a car. So before we go, I was telling Will the other day, my friend Will, when it comes to the ERTL American muscles, they're not all the same. There's different, different quality, different levels of detail with them. I'm going to give you an example of that right now. This car that we unboxed a long time ago on the show, the Motown Missile. It's one of my favorite vintage racing cars that Glenn has. I'm not into vintage racing myself too much. This is one of my favorites. It's a Mopar. Wait till you see how well this is done here. I just did a photo shoot of it. I'll show you guys the car. So this is from that 50 Years of Hemi series. It's a commemorative series. This thing's got a serialized chassis even, but look at what it says detailed engine. Doesn't usually say that on one of these, okay? Detailed equals fully plumbed and wired, but you'll see that in a sec. Made in 2003, happens to be the same year as the Vanishing Point car we just did, okay? Get ready for this, guys. I got the hood off of her. Boom, guys. Can you believe that's an old school ERTL American Muscle Racing Champions, whatever you want to call them, from 2003. That is well done, guys. Oh, son, I've seen enough. Oh. Now that's what I'm talking about. You can get one from the same exact year. Like there's different, like I said earlier, different levels of detail. It's funny, I noticed how they word it. They don't word it fully plumbed and wired engine. They word it detailed engine. But yeah, usually it doesn't say detailed engine like that. See, that's what I like. Clear and easy to read. 1693 of 2004 made. Okay, before we say goodnight, quick funny story time. You guys know I got some interesting stories. I've had a pretty colorful life. So if you came just to see the unboxing of the car, no problem at all. Just do me a favor, hit like on your way out, and have a good night and good weekend and stay safe. Or if you want to stay for the funny story, it's a good one. So, you guys, I don't know if I've mentioned it before. So for about 12 years of my life, I worked, believe it or not, in call centers. I did everything from selling lawn care to selling credit cards to doing balance transfers on credit cards for Bank of America. I sold tickets to the old timer hockey game. Like I did it for 12 years. I became pretty good at it. And there was a point that my life, they had a few of us doing it from home. Like I had a computer set up at home and everything doing it. But anyway, I had one of my best friends, Darcy. He's passed away now. He was one of my best friends. I got him a job at one of these places. I told him it's just a job to get him on his feet, stuff like that. And he ended up doing so well that they made him a supervisor. So he became a supervisor. So I eventually went to work for him over at his call center because I was in a different one. So my best friend was my boss. So I used to work Saturdays as well. So I'd work Monday to Saturday because Saturday I double time plus they bought pizza, okay? So one Saturday I decided to take the day off. So I'm at home, I sleep right in, and there are some interesting characters that work in call centers, guys. Number one, a lot of them are drug markets, okay? People are on the phone high as kites on opiates, coke. Not every call center, but some of them are pretty bad, okay? So some of them I've seen some real characters, like people showing up for work drunk, whatever, right? So one Saturday he calls me, or the Saturday I took off, Darcy, he was my roommate as well. So he was my boss and my roommate, but we got along awesome, right? So he calls me up, I'm at home. And he says, you're not going to believe this. Something just happened and I don't know what to do about it. If I should call Tom. Tom was his boss. And I said, well, what happened? Maybe I could give you some advice. Because I worked there for years, right? So maybe I could tell him what to do about it. Because I've seen a lot of things happen there, right? And he says, well, he goes, do you know Bill? And I said, yeah, I know Bill. Bill's about 50 years old, 50-year-old man, and he's an amputee. He was missing an arm from the elbow down. I believe it was from about here down, okay? I said, yeah, I know Bill. And he said, well, he just beat the living shit out of Mike Childs. I shouldn't even be saying names. He just beat the living crap out of Mike. And I said, the first thing I said is no, he didn't. Because he's describing a 50-year-old man that's missing an arm beating up a guy that's about 28 years old and in pretty good shape. I thought they were pulling a joke on me. I said, no, he didn't. And he goes, Neil, I'm dead serious. Come over here right now. Because we lived like 5-minute walk from the office, downtown Hamilton. We had an apartment a couple blocks away. So he said, come over here because I don't know how to deal with it. And Bill won't leave. By the time I got there, Bill had left. But I guess he was telling the truth. What had happened was they went in for a Saturday shift. And what happened sometimes is they had guys that were older than me at the time, but about my age now, that were kind of drunks, right? That worked in there, but they were a little bit drunks, right? And sometimes they would show up drunk on Saturday. Well, Bill, the amputee, showed up drunk on the Saturday. And I guess the Mike guy was outside, and they're all outside on smoke break or whatever. Something happened. Another guy told Bill, who was half drunk and already agitated, that this guy started crap with you. He was talking, and it wasn't true, of course, but this other guy, coincidentally named Mike, got the Mike beat up by the guy with one arm. And what stuck in my mind, guys, because this must have been 2012 maybe that it happened or something, is people describing it to me that you should have seen it, Neil. He's got quite a hook on him. He beat the crap out of Mike. He was throwing combinations at him like a boxer. And I'm thinking they must be making this up, but it actually did happen. And by the time I got there, the guy was gone. But I guess he was scaring the crap out of a lot of people in the office, because it was a lot of old ladies and stuff that worked in the office. So what happened was they ended up having to lock him out. And it was funny because by the time I got there, he was standing outside the building, still drunk, going off. And I was at the door trying to get in the building. Like, he didn't do anything to me or anything. I didn't care, right? But he knows me and he knows not to start. Or he knew not to start anyway. But I just said, what's up, Bill? And Darcy came down and got me. I hope it's not a situation where you had to be there to think it was funny, guys. But it's just something that you would never think would happen in your life. Getting a call that a 50-year-old man with one arm just boxed the shit out of a 28-year-old guy at the office. Crazy. Anyway, guys, that's my crazy story for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Now, it is Saturday. I usually say a video or a live. Look how bright it is in here, with that light. I usually say a video or a live on Saturday. But I'm thinking, because it's early and I'm a little bit bored and I've got some energy today because I'm getting energy bursts and waves, it seems, guys. Maybe I'll do a live tonight. It's not a promise. I'm not even going to advertise doing a live just in case it doesn't happen. But if you get bored tonight, keep your eye out on my channel because you might see me pop up doing a live tonight. You never know, because I'm kind of bored, kind of feisty, and I miss you guys, miss hanging out. So keep an eye on the channel tonight. Any words, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You know what I'm going to say. Friggin' cocoa butt that like button for me. Big time. While you're at it, make darn sure you hit that bell notification. Because if you don't, you're going to get my old videos. You want my new ones, that you're all kept up to date on what's going on with Retro Collectibles and the Cowie Diecast Museum and the 905 crew, so make sure you hit the bell notification. But more important than anything, guys, happy hunting and stay safe.